Yes, Godwin again. Not sure for how long.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet,
How do you know I'm a priest?
it's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you here to arrange some trade?
We have more serious matters to attend to here than gaining a few groschen. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. But we did not get off to a very good start.
Henry's done a few things I'd like to give him a slap or two for. But like they say, to err is human. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Excuse me. I'd better not drink.
Better communion wine than kosher, is it?
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing.
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Just keeps drinking.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
That's not a thing I've ever boasted of. How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
As it happens, I've got nothing better to do anyway.
Excellent. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves, but he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome, because it would mean slow but certain defeat for all of us.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek of Kunststadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks. He always goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
Alder the Alderman. Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here, instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Waldstein. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a
male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her. And that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
Why me, of all people?
Because you've got a head on your shoulders. You know how to talk, and you're not just out for your own good. You and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. That's why I know I can count on you both. There aren't many like you two left.
I'll get on it then. Wish me luck.
I wish us both luck. Before the day is over, the die will be cast.
Success to our plans. God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Job's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
Hit the nail on the head again, Mom. You're well informed.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorin's groom has eyes everywhere.
This sucks.
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of these.
Not even Bocek?
Not even Wojciech. And he's a great lord.
That's hard to... I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you say.
Pah, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without a by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopry to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson, and he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher will sort it out, you'll see.
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
Stand firm! Otherwise, the first strike will put you on your arse!
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
Aye. The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me and tell me what it's all about.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Hello.
You! What are you doing here?
Huh.
I'm waiting here for you.
Oh, how's that?
I've been watching you for a while, and I have a feeling you do well to talk a little. In conspectu Dei.
Who in God's name are you?
In God's name indeed. I'm a priest, and I know a wretched sinner when I see one.
Is it that obvious? Christ above.
Don't blaspheme.
Yeah.
It'll help you more to confess.
And in the morning, when I met him, I swore I never laid eyes on his daughter. Even though my back was scratched raw from our roll in the hay.
Jesus.
That's a mortal sin. Lying with a woman that you're not joined with in holy matrimony. And then lying about it too. That's already 2 commandments broken for the price of 1.
I'll go to hell for that, won't I?
You won't. As long as you repent. Be contrite, fast and pray. 10 Our Fathers. Ego te absolvo.
I'll start right away. Thank you, Father.
Alright. That went successfully. Now, Boczek, Kunstan. Somewhere up there. There maybe? Yeah, well, down? Just give the lady the papers.
I've got those papers.
Quiet.
Lady, with all the clamor going on here they are. You're welcome.
As agreed.
Thank you.
Yes, quite. But let's...
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
So this is... He's here, right? No, he's down. Here.
Why we mustn't push too hard.
But... Sir Boczek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Rutard.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
Hey, where's that beer?
Hold on. Liechtenstein? Liechtenstein. Fuck. You ever have a brain fart and you forget what the character was again? Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein. Who the fuck was Liechtenstein? Fuck. Maybe Kappa would be nice, but that might not work out. I need to Google. I can't remember the name. Absolutely not. Liechtenstein. Oh, the guy I was talking to. Yeah, that's a good option.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome, women are fighting over him. Yitka will like him, and he'll give her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain too, eh?
Bro!
The lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on, despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon. If he agrees, we can celebrate our alliance.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Take a look at that. A nightingale surrounded by hawks.
Job's the nightingale. He looks more like a wet hen to me.
It's quite unusual to see him cornered like this.
I'll bet my last groschen he's setting the stage for his final performance. I hope there'll be no singing. I've had a few nightingales and they all screeched like the devil.
Be careful with those groschen, my friend.
What is this about?
Oh, nothing. An old grievance.
A little misunderstanding involving a big pile of counterfeit groschen.
How big a pile? Big enough for that bastard Istvan to raise a small army. He caused us a shitload of trouble.
I heard about that Hungarian pussack. But he was dangerously clever. And as slippery as a bag of eels.
Even though Jobst is right, I'm in favor of decisive action. We can no longer afford to wait.
As if I didn't have enough on my plate already. Like...
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
Yeah.
I've gained us a powerful ally.
And who is it? I hope it's not one of those Kuttenberg stuffed guts.
On the contrary, it's Bocek, the elder of Kunstadt and Podjebrad.
Kunstadt? My Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to step up. How the hell did you do it?
There's a catch.
Well, there's one little catch. I had to promise him... I don't even know how to begin.
Out with it.
Lord Kunstadt has a niece, so I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstad. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstad's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers!
Cheers to you, and to your parleying skills.
Exactly why we mustn't push.
Sir Bocek, your niece Yitka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstad.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yitka and the unhappy Lord Capon.
Here's to a good bargain.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstad will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords?
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
Yes! The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Ah, back to us. Hope he doesn't serve wine anymore because I forgot. Which was white, which was red. No hat? No, maybe loading in. No hat? There you go.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you all you have to do is make sure the city rebels get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylanders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly. We have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you are harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year.
Monastic?
We have concerns, friend.
Red.
Are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries. They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wencesla's reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Marquardt. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
How do I bow?
You did a good job, waiter. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the council was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Raposh. Alderin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Oderin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Raposh falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Wasted.
Neum et propositum inter perna mori.
How'd you like a wine, Chevalier?
The art of winemaking has a long tradition in La Belle France. Recipes are passed on from father to son, and each generation brings them to perfection. I myself was practically raised on wine. How many I have tasted. Even the French royal court took note of my refined taste. The king himself had wine delivered for his table according to my advice.
I expect his lordship had the best barrels rolled out. Now, if you'd only known he had a real connoisseur here.
Best barrels? Mon ami, this wine would perhaps be suited to the infirmary, where it would suffice for cleaning wounds and easing pain. For that, the taste is of little consequence. Give me 100 knights in...
Girls, for the piglet. You in need of something, my well-oiled friend?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Well, maybe once.
The older I get, the worse it is. Give me a few more years and I'll become a professional mourner.
See now. I'll gladly drink to that with you. Only there's nothing to drink. We've run dry.
Fuck. I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
Oh, this is actually the drunk effect, like it was in KCD 1, kinda, but a lot weaker.
Having a good time?
It's a fucking bore. These old farts here have no idea what fun is.
Well, what are you missing? There's wine, food, even a few females worth the sin.
I'd rather have a game of dice. Or a good punch-up.
Well, let's have a game then. But for what?
For coin. What else?
Let's make it 50 groschen to spice things up.
Nice. If I'd known you had that kind of coin on you, I'd have pinched it long ago.
Oh fuck! I can't even see the numbers. Oh.
Good day.
Want to roll some dice?
Sure.
Oh. What are you only gambling? Why get started?
Let's make...
Nice.
We just started, I can't believe. You say like a gamble every minute. Like bro, there's so much more content if you want to gamble IRL. Stay out. IRL gambling? Oh shit. I think I skipped. Is Stake actually an actual website? It's not private. Start smoking 5 packs of ciggies a day? Isn't that like 25 euros per day then? I don't know if they're 5 euros per pack. But I assume they are. Get all the addiction, all the addiction. What do you mean get all the addiction? €6? Cocaine? Cocaine. Oh, look at this. Look at this, man. on a VPN or something. Ah, I busted. Oh my god. No. We're gonna get trouble with police? Nah. Actually, it's not a lot if you don't get fucked by the country. Jesus, I lost. To get no money off it. So it's bad. Like hookers.
I wouldn't worry about it if I were you, my lady.
How come you're still here, sir?
So it's bad.
Weren't you supposed to travel with Sir Hanu?
Why doesn't the country have their own gambling or fucking hooker sites, man?
Raise an army, prepare a wedding feast and all that.
Listen, imagine a country brothel.
Old yachts. He sorted things out here nicely. He got my money for a start, and that's more than I wanted to give him. But you know how it goes. Give them a finger.
I honestly didn't even know I couldn't even gamble in Estonia. Yes, the free hookers. That would be the dream. I just didn't know about the gambling thing. I didn't know about the hooker thing. I didn't know about the gambling thing.
Explain to the Margrave that I'm not going anywhere, and I sent my captain with him. He's still young and full of piss and vinegar. I am too old and fond of my comfort.
Did you at
Wait a
least
minute.
discuss-
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Doesn't say hookers only in the Irish. Let's be honest, yes. I just remember, I've been seeing ads for this Ninja Casino. This is Estonian one, I'm pretty sure. I've seen it. I've seen a place where you could play this, literally in Estonia. I've seen ads of this. I've seen ads. Kumat Slotti. This is in Estonia. 4.5%? No. I've seen it on ads. Oh, look, run escape. I've seen it on Pornhub. Ain't no way, I'm not lying. You get ads on Pornhub? Loner. Where's cash drop? These don't make sense. How is this Book of the Dead? How is this popular? Are they just games without actual money? Oh, it's a free gambling site then. Oh my god, there's autoplay. What the fuck? I forgot that my ticket looks like since I didn't know I lost all my money. The casino. How I... Uh-huh. Kahit the punkti drahaks. Got a lot of money in. Hoppe võitis, CV võitis. FK is like fake. Look how much you made money. I didn't make it. I had 25 million coins, I think. Live casino? Really? Oh, I see a lot of women. Yes. Live bet sport? Oh my god, you can even do sport. You have 20 FPS? What? What is FPS? Fox second 4 PS? Not FPS? FS though, it's not PS, it's FS. Oh my god, I'm blind then? I don't even know. Necessissimo. Oh, la... Campania. What is FS? Farts. It has to be in Estonian. I think it's in Estonian. So what is FS in Estonia? These. We. Back. P. I have no idea. Right.
With Hanoush, where the wedding will take place.
Nothing to discuss. The wedding will take place at...
Hold on. Let me check something. Look at the pizzas in as well, maybe? Oh, you're done sending?
Lititz, of course. It's the pride of our family. We can fit in 3 times more people than here, and that still wouldn't be much.
Ah, but there are 2
For
castles
now.
in Rattay. I bet my right arm, old Hanoush, will want to have the wedding there.
What?
Yeah, thanks. How you doing? Twink Fox XRS probably gonna be playing Ark tonight. Ark? The survival game? Why, if you don't mind me asking? Girl? Ah, good luck. Of course, they are in license. Hear me? I.
What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
Why haven't you joined the army to help defend our country?
I said stick to my questions. There's so many reasons. 5 feet. No war. Let's just stick to my questions.
What is that?
Whiskey.
What does it do?
Takes the edge off.
Do you depend on that?
I don't want to live in the Great Meme Depression anymore. It makes me feel
The
employed.
meme What is the meme? 3 days ago. What is the meme depression?
We're actually unemployed, but we're happy.
Honey, I Am 7, non-Fox years old. The low taper fade died at 7.5. I don't want to live in the Great Meme Depression anymore. And I'm going to do something about it.
That looks like my curve deck.
Why in March? Why not in December, in July, or February? Why is March the month out of all months where there's no new memes? Right, Kylie?
I don't know what you're talking about because I have a job.
I shouldn't have joined Slime Talk and abandoned every new meme before it became mainstream. I enjoyed it, but I shouldn't have done it. And now I'm left with 2 choices. Either I actually get a job or I drag the low taper fade meme one
My god.
It's time for old time's sake. I don't want
Don't. So March is dry of memes.
to live in
That
a
it?
great meme depression.
That's it.
Mul on küsimus Vene Delfi kohta. Noh, avame, loeme. Reklaamid seks mänguasjade poodidest. Reklaamid svingerklubidest. Kas teie arvates on see just see sisu, mida riik peaks rahastama? Aitäh!
Hea küsija, ma nüüd ei tea, millised reklaamid teil tulevad, aga tihti on nii, et Google või teised pakuvad reklaame selle sisu järgi, millele te varem klikkinud olete.
Mul on küsimus...
Bastards.
3:00 in the morning.
I've been playing poker with some blokes.
Busted back my back. You're back, you're bad. Welcome back.
Playing poker with some blokes. You can pack your bags and go.
So can you, sweetheart? This ain't our fucking house anymore.
He lost the house. But yeah, girlfriend plays R. Since when? R? God damn. Didn't expect that, honestly.
On nii palju õpilasi.
Jaa, ma tean. Sa oled 12 täna mul.
Aga kuidas te veel hullu?
She's got like 1k out. Jesus Christ, Ark as in... Bros for the on? No.
Ei läinud.
Tõesti, ma ei tea. Ma arvan, mul lihtsalt meeldib enda tööd.
I'd be so freaked out, I'm not even trolling.
Every time I think to myself, there's no way Sabrina Carpenter can keep coming up with Judas of this tour. Then she does something like...
But they beat the image campaign, I think. You think so? What's your armor tier right now, Sphinx? You would? I would be.
like this because it was her night 2 show in Paris and she got Eiffel Towered. Here's the video.
Can the black and white dragon? I was start try hopping. Damn, bro. Hold on. Did she kill this guy? Shoshian? Shoshian? Who the hell? Shoshian? Who is that? Who is... Who? You mean Chin the Hard? I think Chin the Hard is one of them. I don't know. That was a while ago. Then I think it was Kor Magala. And other than that you don't meet in main quest is Gravius. This is another guy you can meet in the wild. I'm in the Guardian Arkvale side. But there's two ranks. There's low rank and high rank. Is it the high rank one or the low rank one? I haven't done those. This guy usually appears in the law area. There are dragon after Arkvale. Probably the low rank one. Then you're halfway, I think, because Arkveld has low rank has only one set, but high rank has two sets or two variants of the armor. Show, I think. Show. Shoshia? Oh! Bro, you're only halfway. I think you're only halfway right now. You're like still low tier. This is low tier, boy. Bro, so bad, huh? End of chapter 4. Chapter 4, I think, the chapters in wilds. 6 chapters. 6 is so bad. He's taking his time.
Like, she is
literally 5 hours. Brother, neither did I.
Literally just so funny, and it's so tongue-in-cheek, it's kind of everything. She's also been...
I mean, Sphinx is going at a good slow pace, which is good, so the game developers have time to add more monsters in. Because they're gonna add monsters in next month, I think. Been lots of fucking around now.
debuting a lot of new outfits on the European leg of this tour. This one I think she wore in Scotland. This like whole thing, like I'm just obsessed. She also did polka dots, and she just added another US leg to this tour, so she is going to be on the road for most of this year, I think, but she just has so much fun performing. Her energy is great, and again, she just keeps doing new judo positions when I just think that there's no more for her to do. But this one was truly, truly wild. What are your thoughts on this? Every time I think to myself, there's no way.
Stop comparing your penis to other men and start comparing it with a
She should have been naked anyway. Yeah.
beer bottle here. Yes, my penis is actually just a...
Or skin... What was it called again? Skin color? No, that's not the right word. You know, like pants colored on and shit like that? I don't know what that's called again. Latex suit? No. Just like painted on like pants and shirt. Show off my hunter lol.
about the same size as this one here. And I realized that if I stop comparing myself with other men, I'm gonna be way more happy in life, because comparison is the evil of joy, which means that now I'm super happy because I'm just myself here in the mountains, and yeah, life is great, you know?
That's a fucking goblin. Hold on. Here we go. Here's Sphinx. No boob mod. Yes. What the? I want more booby. There's a mod. I can help that.
Rut-eye? Well, I ought to look into that then.
But deal with him yourself, though. I won't be your gent's messenger anymore.
It's very hard.
Have you ever thought about getting married again?
But like, CS? 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 C cups. Ah.
It would make a lot of things easier for you.
And how should I interpret?
I just want big titties. Don't care about the size. You want big titties? Well, you should have been born as a female then.
Good evening, my esteemed lady. I haven't yet had the opportunity to make your acquaintance.
No matter.
Funny.
I know who you are. Although Martin hardly spoke of you, from what I heard, I could conjure up a pretty...
Pursuit Zero Goth Girls. I curse you with erectile dysfunction. I'll take back my curse, take back yours. Very well. Take back my curse.
I have reason enough to believe it's mistaken.
Indeed. So the story
Deal.
of how in your youth
Deal.
you used to drag a different chambermaid to your bed every night is nothing but slander?
And I also heard that you once fell drunk into the trench in front of the fortress, horse and all.
All right, I confess to that one. But nothing happened to either me or the horse.
Girlfriend got nice boobs.
Not true that one of
That's
your
nice.
made off with your late
That's good
mother's
to know, Sphinx. Hey, well, is there any kind of get golf bandy? 69? Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
We are all
What about me?
besides,
This girl? Bro! What? What have I done to be cursed? To be single? The fuck fish bro son? What do you think? What do you think? Why am I cursed? It's time. I have no idea. We literally talked about boobs. What do you think? It's time for what's the word? It's just a pic of me and my girlfriend, lol. Yeah, uh-huh. It's time to repent. Unlock it. Really? No! That would be wild! That would be wild!
it was 20 years ago. A person can change a lot in that time.
Unquestionably. My husband is living proof of it.
18 pressure. Closer. What the fuck?
Would you kindly introduce your two companions?
We'll send.
This is Lady
What?
Christina,
What? PG
wife
pics.
of Lord
PG
Beacon
pics.
She's standing in for him today.
PG event overall. Oh my god, for 25. Oh.
What's your opinion of the outcome of today's assembly?
That it's about time. Although at the onset it looked like everyone here would carry on arguing like fishwives at the market. But in the end, it seems the agreement arrived at will bear fruit.
How come your husband didn't come?
Because he's been
It's
rotting.
not bad already. You hyped it up. What do you mean? I mean, I do have things of her like that. It's oh, Jesus Christ.
Nearly a year in the king's captivity.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mom.
Collector.
I pray that God shall return him to you soon.
I've been praying for it since the day I got word of his
This is a
Perhaps worldly powers will come to our aid once the promised army
Don't
turns up.
joke around.
One hopes.
The fucker will pull the trigger.
It's been a pleasure, my lady.
And this here is Lady Helena of Dvorets, my niece and ward.
God be with you, sir.
Please excuse her. This is her first time at such a large gathering.
Are you well acquainted with our hosts?
Only a little. Sir Martin Oderin and his son have been to visit at Lady Matilda's on several occasions.
They come to me for advice on selecting horses. If it hadn't been for me, that mule he's bragging about to everyone here would have cost him twice as much.
You're fortunate, miss. Your aunt sets you a good example.
Hey,
And I'm
would
sure
you
she
buy
won't leave you
golf
to
battler?
the mercy of the gentleman present.
Yes, Lady Matilda has
It
always
was
kept
sold
a
on me
close
for
eye on me.
$1.99.
And I know what I'm doing.
No.
Don't think I'm not aware of how
Actually,
some
wait. I'll buy one, see where it's made from, and go after it.
fellows look at you.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Ma. It's been a pleasure, dear ladies.
Rather subject, so you don't have to admit I'm right.
May I interrupt you for a moment?
What drink instead of water?
What's the matter?
One of the most esteemed guests ordered more wine. Where might I find it?
All over the place. Are you blind?
I meant the really fine wine. The kind that Martin Oderin would drink.
No way. Sir Martin ordered for it to be served only to him and a few of his favorites.
Oh, come on. If I go and get it myself, there's no risk to you. At worst, I'll take the blame.
All right. Them pictures are on a table in the cellar. But you didn't hear it from me.
Now off you go and leave
Do
us
have
alone.
someone fix my phone, lol. Yeah? She don't mind. You can show me.
Signifies higher value? Then yes. Looking at him closely, I reckon.
Where's the cellar? Oh.
What kind of name is
How do I get to the cellar? Ah, here. Damn key. Only from the ones I know I now don't care lol. I mean, go for it, lol. $22? No. Take red or white? Stick red.
The red'll be good, I hope.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rootard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you beat it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of the fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. Wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily
Wait.
to the
Hold on.
celebration.
6. Why do you have pictures you don't care about anymore? Like, why? You just keep them for memory sakes or what? Or you just forgot you don't delete them?
You old fox.
What the hell?
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
No. No, the ones that don't care if I share. Huh? Okay. Ah, I understand. Yeah, I can see why. Why do you still have those then? Oh shit. Uh-oh.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Hold on. God damn, we're gonna be fighting? We're gonna be fighting. Okay. What is this? 12? Damn. Why does that last picture look so CGI? What the fuck?
Jesus! They're surrounding Christopher. He can't make it on his own. Too slow.
Hey! I need a hand here! I'll be done with you in a flash.
The victor is the one who doesn't shit himself. One step back.
Show your
Stand your ground.
It's 2 years ago on a phone and read the Bible.
No one's had it. That's right. Drive those horses out.
That must hurt!
Bad luck.
Aha! Bleeding like a sucker!
Take that fucker out.
Hardly worth staining your
It goes 13, 12 years ago. I can send you a mail from SF friend of mine. SF? Sworn? Seri? I don't know what that's telling you. You see the sex above? Sex worker? Ah, sex worker. Yeah, I saw the pictures above there. Who am I? Am you? Of anything?
Quick!
Sex worker? Nicer name for prostitute? Yeah.
Go! Quick! No, you don't!
Whoa! I'll sort you. Drill that! You landed nicely!
Keep it up!
Yeah. Don't spare him. Show what you make of.
Take that! Keep it up!
Shit. He's nearly got me. Once more, and we can show how.
He's had it.
So maybe yeah, one send Discord though. Oof.
For glory and carnage! Die! wonder you're still standing. Get fucked. Take it
I lean kinda. Super worker though. Support ama super worker ol. Super worker. Sex worker.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me. Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin.
How did you get... Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone alright?
Well, some are, some aren't. They captured
Ja, en
Artery.
sån refer. Och en sån refer. Me do her out for good sex. What the
Kunstad and
fuck?
Rutard. And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too. They
Damn.
wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
Where did they go?
You've had box since like 2010. Okay.
And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund.
More of a promise than a plan. But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should
She
lay low
told her all
till
I've
Yobs gets
seen
back.
in and she hit me up based.
Gladly stay dead for a while.
Damn.
Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Sometimes.
My younger brother, Christopher.
You've known him for half a day, so what?
Shut up! I'd leave him be. He's right. I just met my brother. Only to lose him again.
I'm sorry. I really am. God grant him eternal life.
Thanks. Once
What?
we're done here, I'll give him a funeral. That is the least you can do for him.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies
Have
here
fun.
in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe his fucking luck.
And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, and he'll hang the lords.
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey. Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot. The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing. I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too.
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too. Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin, give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first.
That's upside down.
Until morning.
That I didn't protect Christopher. Okay, I think you can watch now. Maybe.
If anyone shows up, I want to know about it. I'll be with Kristen.
Crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this? God's punishment or not, falls upon themselves. Drink or
Jesus.
perish, coward!
Uploading here. You locked in on looting corpses.
My Tempest lost his
It's all on Games Nest. As you asked, it's lost the videos as well. On requests. Slay the Princess, did ever change the stone block one? No, I don't think so. Slay the Princess, High on Life, and stone block. I guess I'll watch the videos now as well.
How many fingers do you want? 3.
What the?
Yo, bro, how many fingers do you want? 3.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude! What the? Oh my god. Saw this today. Something. Damn. Something.
You're digging in me. Back up, I'm about to bust. Don't talk to my Discord kitten. You're digging in me.
When people have money, that's what they
Back
do.
up.
Oh, I think Magic Crime updated? No. That was in... This update was in January. I don't... Your Steam... Okay, all the info on my battle. It happens. Steam just doesn't update on a regular basis sometimes. Because it goes on when you played it or something. What's he doing? What was he doing? I don't understand what he's doing. He was actually... The hell? Is he scratching a card?
Huh? That's what I'm doing. Wish me luck.
Scratching other fingers for gambling. That's a clever way. That's not bad. Double the gambling.
Oh shit! Holy shit!
We did
I'm
not
gonna get the
expect.
fuck out of here. I'm gone.
Did you not expect that? What, in school? What fucker? If you triple it once, you can triple it again.
Get me off the fucking train! Get me off the fucking train!
I don't know who that is.
I need to get off the fucking train! Get me off the fucking train!
Some lube on and got him on his knees. And I began to slide into him from behind.
What?
I put some lube on and got him on his knees. And I began to slide into him from behind.
Alright.
It's okay, don't worry about
Bro!
it. You how to get a pair yourself with different squat stances, okay?
Bro!
This is crucial. So first of all, the wide sumo squat, you're not gonna really beat this one.
Bro!
This is where my feet are out wide, toes angled out, and I'm really driving through the heels. As you can see, boy oh boy, peaches ahoy on this guy. We can bring it in for more of a standard shoulder width stance. This is a great power stance. I get a little more depth, get a little bit lower. That's great for all around leg development. I can go in nice and tight if I want a quadzilla. Oh boy, that's right in my quads like no other. And finally, this has been my favorite as of late. It's the ballerina, where my heels are in tight and I'm kicking my knees out as I drive up. You see how I kick my knees out as I drive up? I find this one, get a super nice range, all in the glutes. So if you want to get a big old dump truck, you don't got to work your squat stances. Give it a save. Get excited.
What the fuck? क्या? What? More क्या than 10 girls in a row.
There once was a maiden from Stoneberry Hollow. She didn't talk much, but boy did she swallow. Have a nice lance that she sat upon. The maiden from Stoneberry, who is also your mom. There once was...
Okay, and I cannot show the next one. Bro. No way, bro, had a back ass like that.
Slow down, minion. If you drink too fast, you get bellyache. Ah.
Okay. Why she sent me that one? We need to talk. I think I should thinking if I should. Oh god, hold on. Thinking if I should buy Iritus and change the request to Dan. What's that again? I know the name, but I forgot what that was again. Jesus Christ, why is that so hard to read? Lord of Dead. What's this game again? Oh, it's like the fucking. Like Darkest Dungeon.
Arrows in him to knock down 3 like him.
What about your horse?
I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire.
Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll come back.
Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
One Constaff captured, the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
It's good, and also you might hate it. Win-win. Why would I hate it? It seems like an easy baby game, honestly.
He's as greedy as a pig. His neck is... well, no.
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
Poor handsome, young, sturdy.
Well, at least it was over.
Baby game? Easy baby game? Easy baby game. I agree with Eric, things always says easy baby games. I know. Strategy can't push your way through. Strategy? Right. Torch? Torch is just a grind game, it's different! Torch is not strategy based, it's just a grind fest! Like Diablo 2 Torch, for example, Eric smoked it within 2 days. Torch is a grind fest! It's not a fucking strategy game. Strategy. The fuck you mean it is? You literally go and farm for 5 hours per day and then do it again the next day, and then maybe on the fucking end of the month you can maybe get Torch. Strategy skill? Bro, it's not strategy. Smiter? Is there strategy now? Smiter? The MOBA game? Or Kick Assassin? Kick Assassin? Oh, the Billiators. There's barely any strategy. Well, my horse can't carry anymore, which sucks. D2 classes. Yes, brain dead. It's also an AURG, which I expect. Zero grind. I don't wanna grind a month. It's not a month, like 3 days. Right. And what? You play 15 hours per day? You can do normal, like 3 hours? Yes, that's if you know what to do. That's the difference. I don't know what to do, so it's gonna take me a month. You just feel like you did Diablo Torch.
Jesus Christ.
Huh? Diablo Torch.
Animals my arse. I've been taking care of animals all my life, and they never do anything like that. No. Only men do such things.
Good to see you both.
If you had good friends, you might be faster.
You know, I've walked out of much worse
Yes.
scrapes laughing.
As if I wasn't looking at YouTube already to get better at the game, but all the YouTube videos weren't helpful enough for a fucking newbie.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Yeah, you can follow classics before GTA 6.
Seen the look on the king's face.
Oh no! You have the points.
Thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us.
Should
Young Odorin,
be
Anna of Volstein, and
quest
several
speed
other
and all.
nobles are dead. It was slaughter.
And they
Also, stone
captured
block was too
our
hard.
closest and most influential ally.
You never. No. It's quite bland, honestly. I'm just mining stone, and that's about it. It's bland, kinda.
Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
You know what else hurt me? Because you did wrong? Well, what did I do wrong? I literally did what the game told me to do.
Our plans are ruined.
Get a grip. Whining doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity.
Please, calm
I
down.
have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. And very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was
Oh,
given to
the wrong
ransack the
path.
Jewish
Right.
quarter.
Sure, buddy. Followed the wrong path. The game gives you 2 paths, you followed the wrong one. Great. Ah, you played Diablo 2? You didn't select this skill? Ah, you didn't do it right again.
Need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help.
Maybe you're gonna get the little 20-game Marvel rivals. Doesn't seem hard. That's why dying like is fairer than any 6K. I mean, dying like that, like a progressive system, not hard, but I'm not there, yay. Mormons is low-key gay. How is it gay?
Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join. So many dead, my God.
Not gay as in gay, but gay as in gay, you know? As in the happy gay. 2010 gay, happy gay.
I hardly recognize him. You did. But I still exist.
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Uh-huh.
Lame gay?
two of us.
Not happy
Just
gay?
tell him.
Okay, then I don't know what gay you're talking about.
You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did you talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times.
That's gay,
Remember how I
as in
stared
that
at your
slave.
sword when we first met?
Never heard of that, I think. Request change to rivals, get level 20. Okay. I guess I'll mark it complete and just... Where is it? I lost the tab, there it is. I guess I'll do it tomorrow. Have you not heard of that? I don't know. Will also piss off a lot when... Okay. Mark as complete. I need to edit the point system and download Marvel Rivals. Marvel. Put it installed actually right now. The game. Do you have Marvel Rivals? All Sphinx does. Pause. It's free. And now I need to edit this points thing. That's a free game, bro.
I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How the...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Tank, TPS, or healer. I'll check out the heroes and go from that. The fuck is GTA Plus? I don't know. Maybe a mod?
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Maybe we are not even a year apart.
And what does that make us then?
Nothing. Proof perhaps that both your god and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
What's a Gezerah?
That is hard to explain.
Nonsense. It is as clear as day. Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. Ransack their houses and divide the loot. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out, quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I'll come. And Liechtenstein already knows about it too.
Very well. We should get going right away.
I'll be back soon.
Hurry up. Did I not tell you we should not come here?
You did. It's a good thing Martin wasn't there. The boy was a pride and joy.
What happened when von Berghoff hauled you off after the Nabokov battle?
Do you play games like Rivals normally? No. When I was younger, I played Counter-Strike, Team Fortress, I've played, and Overwatch. Definitely played Overwatch as well. So you could say yes. Well, not like normally, but to an extent. I usually get bored either because of the lack of bored because I'm playing multiplayer game and just getting bored of it. Nothing else to do or just playing alone too long.
Remind me. It was a bit better in Malashov. Apart from being locked up, of course.
The best thing about Counter-Strike CS 1.6 was the fucking surfing maps. Those were fun. Was very Overwatchy. Yeah, I can see that. Overwatch had some downside to a lot of the characters which I didn't like. Made most of them not fun to play, honestly.
Did anything happen along the way?
Why is your most viewed clip of your channel? Maybe. Is it the dragon one? Why are you watching? What's this my most viewed clip right now, buddy? What is it even? Who did you play usually? The dragon one? I need the dragon one. It's because of you a lot. Who did I usually play? Either that's just my channel. There's the dragon one. I insert my penis into your butthole.
She was surprised at the donkey's boldness, and her expression went from surprise to a mixture of shock and excitement. "Oh my, you move fast, my dear," she said between chuckles. "But I shall not stop you," she purred. I'm unable to generate a reply that...
I'm unable to generate a reply.
meets our content guidelines.
Oh. The lag. In Overwatch, I played, I think, Bastion, Tracer, Hog, the Night Guy. I wanna be Tracer. Okay, buddy, stop. Not that. Cormary unlocked. No. Shush. Banish. Other than that, Torbjorn as well. I like turrets. I don't want to click on the link. Lots of people like those.
I'll be Tracer. I'm already Tracer.
Oh! I knew I didn't want to click on it.
4 or 5 days in that god-awful cart. I was traveling with Von Owlet's minions. They hauled me in one of the wagons. They treated my wounds a bit, but I was still in a really bad way.
Oh, I remember. My favorite to play in Overwatch was the Reaper guy. I just remembered. It took me time.
To that battle and all.
What did they do with you in Malashov?
Nothing much, actually. They took care of my wounds, and then stuck me in a room with Brabant. But they treated me decently, as befits a noble. Von Berghoff came asking questions a couple of times, but that was about it.
Probably like Winter Soldier. Maybe.
Room.
I don't know.
It's a good thing you got me out of there.
What did von Berghoff want from you?
Just the usual courtesies. The captivity of nobles has to observe certain formalities, you know? It's not like they could just throw you in some hole. They behaved fairly respectfully, but of course he was fishing for information.
Okay, that's
about
dope.
Radzig and Hanush, and
Try
especially
it out.
what they're planning, how many men they have on the field, who else they're negotiating with, and that.
What did you tell him?
Nothing that he didn't already know. I played as dumb as the village idiot. I only told him they sent us with that message and discussed the rest when we were gone.
And did he swallow
Biggest
it?
I think
Reaper
he suspected I was
for
bluffing a
euros.
bit,
Damn.
and then he tried to loosen my tongue by letting me go hungry for a while. But he soon gave up when he saw he was getting nothing more from me.
My word. Nice work keeping him at bay. Well, what was the problem with the room?
That I couldn't get out of there. You saw yourself when you came for me, didn't you? I was... It's just that since Nabokov, when they shot the tower right down on my head and I was stuck there. Well, since then, I don't feel well in cramped spaces. Actually, I never did. I always preferred to be outdoors. But since Nabokov, it's worse than ever. I had a feeling the roof would fall on my head again and I'd be buried alive.
They didn't let you out at all? But you were in that room for ages.
No. They let us walk around the fortress a bit. We even went out for a ride twice.
Well, this
Watched it
thing
like
would
hawks.
not
Not a chance of escape. But most of the time we were in that room. Like I say, I'm really glad you got me out of that hole.
But the main thing is, you're alive and...
Indeed.
Sausages.
Leave it alone.
I got sausages. Smoked sausage.
The two of you.
Anyway. I ate the buttocks leg. Did your dick get burned or something? No, it got smoked. Why am I not giving back shots? More like receiving. How am I receiving? No one behind me. Yeah, blew it too much, maybe. Not sure, but maybe. Yes, I have a perk, the main level, sweet. What level is it? 18? Well, nothing you can unlock really, so... More stamina could be good. Bonus at night. Okay. Eric, a 20-year-old is DMing on Tinder but ignored. Why? That's too young. If that's too young? Why? Wait, what? What? Eric, respectfully stay away from my future talent. Bro. What the fuck? Okay, 40-year-old man.
The community.
We can go.
How old is Alon? 50.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka?
He's 50? Yeah.
You here?
Well, I heard you were having
Super
some
old.
kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to
Don't believe
Kuttenberg.
you? Why?
Can we
I
borrow
know
a
he's
wagon
50,
you
man.
worked on?
But of course, I borrowed
You
it.
should see his fucking...
If you know what I mean.
Fucking hell, his hairline.
Could you stop
So
clamoring
bad.
already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help.
Dang, it's 20-year-old.
All right.
20-year-old
Could you please tell me
Alon.
what the fuck is
That's
going
what I'm
on?
saying.
I'll explain
He's
to you
too
on the way.
scared, man.
Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Let's go then.
It's gonna be I love in love. You're gonna turn him out. I mean, turn him out.
Peresh, can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it. Pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to get everyone out of there fast.
Bloody hell. And I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't worry. We'll save your mother.
And everyone else too.
Like a rock.
Don't forget that.
You seem to care an awful
As
lot
well.
about these people,
Ah.
sir.
Are you surprised?
Ah.
It's all my fault. If they weren't helping me,
That droid of Sigismund, may his name be erased, would have found some other excuse to get rid of us.
Look, it's not that I don't feel sorry for you, but don't you think maybe we could make the horses go a little
Especially
faster? At this
how
pace,
black.
we won't make it there.
I think you're quite. You're staying away from my favorite kids.
What was the story with your mother?
Okay, Grandpa, no
Really
problem.
want to talk about this right
I
now?
want an 8-year-old daughter either way.
We could both
How old
be
is she?
dead in a while.
All right. But like I said, I never actually knew Martin. He once came to Kuttenberg and fell in love with my mother. But she is the daughter of a rabbi. Obviously, she could not marry a goy.
And tonight, you will see why.
Not me.
If you want, Mummy will surely tell you more.
Just
If
tell you
we
what.
can get there.
It's actually a fuck. God damn.
Then we better hurry up.
All right. Schnell, schnell.
At least none of that I know of. I mean, Lord was 29 when he fucked in. Makes sense then. 21 plus years in prison, maybe? Bruh.
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through Sherwill.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Won't it collapse on our heads?
We'll find
That
out soon enough.
kids, they're
Follow
like
me.
7 at this point.
What a blessing it is to have found the best.
I think we should quit. Because I feel like it's gonna be long segment, sadly. Sphinx could be a dad as well. He is. He is. What? Sush? What do you mean Sush? He is a dad. You're a dad as well. You goddamn grandpa. I'm a dad? Yeah, you're 50, man. Did you forget? I am a dad, actually. Nice. That's what I thought. Right. But I think I'm gonna end it here today. And maybe play Marvel Rivals tomorrow. We'll see if it finishes downloading. But yeah. I cannot see an 80-year-old joining the stream. I'm gonna be honest. I cannot see. Okay, thanks a lot. But yeah, that is it for today.